Is right in the corner.
Ow!
We are live.
It's time. No,
It's almost time.
it's almost time.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Hey, look at that. I can actually see us on YouTube.
Oh, I just got my notification on
Me too.
Facebook.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Whoa.
Wow. This is
He's
dope.
like, ow! Leia,
This is
me
so
too.
dope. The only thing that's not completely dope about it is it always likes to somehow fuck up the tweet I set up for when we go live. So now I have time to actually go back and set the fucking tweet up myself.
Oh my God. So I was just watching the feed
Yeah.
and one of us swore and I'm watching the subtitles and it puts asterisks for the swear.
Since fucking when? I've never seen that before.
Me neither until right now.
I have literally
Wendy, are you
never
looking?
seen that before.
I am. I'm like staring at it. Shit.
See it? See the asterisks?
Now they're trying to cuss.
That's awesome. I'm a little behind. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see it. I'm like staring at it. Shit. Leia over here is like, do you really have to cuss that much? Fuck yes, I do. Leia.
That
Yes,
is what
bitch,
I
we do.
We only say bitch because you're a female dog.
Yep.
Right. Sure.
Don't hurt her feelings. She's a little,
Sure.
unlike me.
No, you're just one of the guys.
Hell yeah.
She's our
I love all the
adoring.
asterisks just all
She's
over.
our adoring, wonderful brosis.
What is Kevin Hart doing with a llama? Why am I watching TMZ?
I don't know.
Just waiting
Why
for
are you watching TMZ?
waiting for SmackDown, man.
Oh, see, I don't have TMZ. I have like the Big Bang Theory or something.
Nah, I got TMZ.
All right, that should work. Should I check the rest? Should I check Facebook to see if it's up there?
Oh, it's on Facebook. I was watching it.
Is it in the group?
I think it said it was on your. Dominic is live now in Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Ooh, I'm gonna mute myself for a second because the husband is calling. Burbs.
Oh, darn it. Darn it, hubby. So she muted all of us for a minute there.
Yep.
Everything got so quiet. No, we should be good to go. She can see the post in the group, and I got the tweet up. And
Yeah, you're live in Top Rope. I got it right here.
cool. And I passed it around to our lovely groups on Twitter to get them to spread the word and show some love and maybe show up. That would be dope.
Right?
So now all I have to do is get our intro queued, and there it is. That's too fucking easy. This is unbelievably simple, and I'm a happy guy.
Well, that's a good thing.
I mean, the bad news is I can't see the screen, or I mean the stream chat, but the good news is there wasn't one when I turned around. So at least you guys can see it, and I can cue the intro. Wendy should have the rundown, and then
Oh, fuck.
I feel like I'm learning so many new things at such an old age. It's ridiculous.
That's how I feel at work.
Like seriously, with the apps and today with the teaser video and everything, I'm like, I am learning so much. Who knew?
Right?
I was a C student at best. Who knew?
Yeah.
Okay, Jose.
Wendy.
Reclaiming our time.
Wendy.
I'm back.
Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wendy.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Bruce. Because he always asks for it.
Fair enough.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I think we know what we're doing, more or less.
Yeah.
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 That we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I can hit this intro and then, well, I can hit this video and then Brucey can introduce us, kick it to Wendy, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Sounds like that's what's up.
Well, fuck it. Let's
Finally get to do one.
I know. I'm excited for you. Let's do this.
Means money.
This is Zip Squad, bitch.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Sauntering.
Welcome back. This is Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We are the voices of the squared circle, and this is a wrestling show made by wrestling fans for wrestling fans. Oh my God, it feels good to have a nice computer where I can actually do my intro.
Right?
Joining me,
nice and clear.
as always, because I know, right? I'm back this week. I've got a new laptop. I'm ready to introduce the crew and get this show going. So joining me is none other than the First Lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. She is Miss Latina Heat, Grandma Wendy.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Mamacita, we got that back.
And also joining me, because we couldn't do the show if we didn't have him, our producer, the soundboard extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of none, Dom.
Oh, that music. What's up, y'all?
And me, the man that opened the show, I am none other than the high class one. Yes, the MJF mark. Don't got the scarf tonight. I'm sorry. I am the pinnacle of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Dom?
Bruce.
And you know it, I'm better than you.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See?
Welcome back. Wendy.
Yes, Bruce.
Wendy, how are you doing this evening?
Peachy Keen, Jelly Bean.
Peachy Keen, I'm just loving the new laptop and being able to be a part of the show like I should be.
Right? It's
I
awesome.
know we missed you, high class.
It's a beautiful Friday.
Yes.
It's
yes,
a fantastic fucking Friday.
Now, to be fair, front face lock, we said around 8 o'clock. We made it a little after, made it a little before. It's 8-ish.
Yeah.
We just happened to be free before 8 o'clock, and there were some things that I had to, set up for myself because this app doesn't want to do it. So we thought, get on a little early, get it done.
And here we are.
Yes, we're here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And now we're here.
So
we're
we're
here
getting this
with all-
party started.
We're here with all our favorite people, like Chuck calling you Wendy Ramone, even though it's not popping up. I don't know why.
Yes, that's about right. So where do we want to start tonight? Do we want to start with the ugly side of wrestling? Or do we want to start with the fun stuff? Slammiversary. Or do we want to get into the nitty gritty with AEW? How do you feel?
How about we start with the weekend
Wow.
and just kind of go from
Work
there?
our way forward. I like it. I like it.
I was thinking, because I was asked, well, if you guys had to grade these two pay-per-views, Slammiversary and Money in the Bank, what would you give them?
Well,
Ooh.
I just finished Slammiversary today. I know it took me a whole ass week almost. Had to absorb it. It was just so good. I had to go little by little. I want to give Slammiversary at worst B+, at best an A. Money in the Bank, I'd give it. I'll give it a C-, mostly because I didn't finish it, and I'm being generous. I'm in a generous mood tonight.
Okay.
So, grading these two out, Slammiversary. I actually watched that entire show. Wendy, I kind of agree. Like, I'll give it a B because there was some of it where I was just like, but I give it a solid B. Money in the Bank. From the results, C+ at best. I mean, that's by results, and I mean, I watched highlights and stuff, and they did. I wasn't happy. I don't know. I guess it's the storytelling because the wrestlers can wrestle. It's just everything else that goes with it that sucks.
Okay. And I don't know why names aren't popping up on the live streams, but somebody said Money in the Bank 9 out of 10, Slammiversary 7 out of 10. So we've got some mixed reaction.
And we're gonna, so.
Front Face Lock said Money in the Bank was an A- at least.
Okay.
I don't know. We're all ranging. For me, I would have probably gave Money in the Bank a B+ because I enjoyed. This one I actually enjoyed watching. Maybe it's because last year set the bar so low, but this one I enjoyed watching. Slammiversary, I'd probably give an A-. I liked it, but I was expecting a lot going in. I was expecting like massive debuts, and I got No Way Jose. I was expecting our world to change. Our world really didn't change, though. Our world really did change, though. Like, No Way Jose is not changing the world. I love Chelsea Green. She's not changing the world. I love the match with Callahan and Omega.
Mm-hmm.
It was not world changing. It didn't change anything. So I wanted to give it a high A. I'm going to go A- for those reasons. But it was still a great show. Congratulations to the new members of Decay for winning the Knockouts Tag Team titles, Havoc and Rosemary. Holy shit, that was beautiful. I love that. That was like pre-show, and it was one of my favorite moments of the night. So I was stoked going in, too. Maybe that's why I was a little bit underwhelmed.
If you could switch that match out with one that was on the main card, which matches would you switch out?
Next division.
Oh, No Way Jose. That could have been pre-show. Like, seriously.
Here's the thing. It's kind of a little trend with Impact. So who was it that came in that we always talked about? Heath Slater. He's hurt right now.
Yes.
Right.
Same gimmick, kids, everything, same story. No Way Jose put out probably his best promo shortly after he got released, and he was kind of following in the steps of EC3 with his promo, and it was fucking amazing. Why wouldn't he stick with that?
Yeah, the gimmick change was coming.
Instead of being No Way Jose.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, he's now
no way.
He's just No Way because he can't say Jose. But still, I get where you're coming from. He put out all this stuff on social media, changing his gimmick, and then all of a sudden he changed back and he showed up in Impact.
Swerve.
Now, we have been expecting maybe Daniel Bryan. We had been expecting some bigger names. We got No Way Jose, so that definitely kind of took things down. But I gotta say, because we called this show Hardcore Heaven and Hell for a reason. One of my favorite moments of the whole night was twofold, and it came from the Knockouts Women's Championship match between Thunder Rosa showing up,
yes,
and then Mickey James coming out after.
Yeah.
That was like, okay, we could stop here, and I'm a happy guy. Like the rest was okay, but the rest was fine. The rest was good. I enjoyed, like I said, main event, all that. But when Thunder Rosa was revealed as the mystery opponent, that blew me away because we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks.
We thought it was completely other way.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear boom, boom, and I'm like, what?
I was like, what?
Yeah, most definitely. Huh?
And it even solidified Deanna beating Thunder Rosa because it's like she has run through everybody in that division and her. So she might be like the top women's champion. Sorry, Brett. Sorry, whoever else. In wrestling right now, considering everyone that she's knocked off. Because it's everyone, including Thunder Rosa.
I was thinking that as I was watching the match. I was like, she's a fighting champion. She like goes out there and she'll take on anybody, and it's like she's I'm not the biggest fan of hers. And I don't know why. There's something about her. I'm just kind of like, but I will never take credit away from her. She's damn good at what she does, and she defends that title, without hesitation. And I will give hats off to her for that.
And then Mickey kicking her head off after the match.
Fuck yes.
And anytime I get to hear anytime I get to hear that music again, because I don't know if you remember Mickey James WWE theme, it was whack as fuck. But in Impact, when that hardcore country just hit, it was like, oh, and it's her song, I know, but still, it was just for me. That was just a little slice of hardcore heaven.
Ironically, on the drive home, I was listening to that. Just put the music on shuffle, and that came on, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Mickey James."
but and that moment led to so many other things for like wrestling in general. From there, you had Mickey inviting Deanna, not only that night, but then came back Thursday on Impact, invited Deanna to NWA Empower. She accepted. We don't know who her opponent is yet. I'm wondering if Mickey's changing her mind.
Camille.
Yes.
It's gonna be Camille.
That would be dope.
Oh, I would love it.
But there are some options. There are some options out there. It's going to be interesting to see who that is. And then shortly after that, maybe even before we got the news, Thunder Rosa has now signed with AEW.
Yes, she has. She is all elite.
That is fucking awesome.
That is fucking amazing. I was a little upset at first. I was like, oh man, but now she's not going to be working for NWA. But I think Brucey was the one that said to me, like, dude, they're all working together. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you'll see her in NWA. It probably won't be as much.
Not as much.
But be there, yeah.
It also continues to open that door even more if there were no sour grapes, per se, between Mr. Corgan and her.
That's true. That's very true. Oh God, I love Chris. The TRWG4 is all here. I know I'm acting full of myself by making myself an unofficial host of the show, but I haven't had dinner yet. Everybody in the live chat is the unofficial fourth member.
Oh, yes.
I haven't had dinner yet either.
I haven't either. I'm kind of sad.
Wait for AEW to take away NWA's biggest female star. Well, I said, and Brucey said, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, the writing's kind of been on the wall since the pandemic, like the beginning of the pandemic when she first started wrestling there. The writing was already on the wall. She just had to wait for her contract to expire.
Pretty much.
Oh man, it's so good to see these guys showing up. We got all our podcast buddies. We got Front Face Love. We got Jofo in the ring. We got Jofo in the ring. What's up? What's up, my Canadian brothers?
House.
We got Dirty Heels in the building, and I'm not even looking for a new building. No, I love those guys too. Shouts to them. We got Ben. We got Chris. We got a bunch of people, and some of them I don't know, but awesome. That's okay. It's not my fault, guys. It's not me. It's this whatever. It's this live chat. It's saying Facebook user and not your name. So forgive me. But as many of you as I can get in, we're gonna get in. Yes. What's happening, my friend? It's so good to see you guys. So I think from here, we had decided that we were going to go from Thunder Rosa's actual signing to maybe a little fun game with some of the potential signings.
Yes.
Possibly.
Let's do it. A little
Let's
keep it or
do
kill it. Or
Of course.
Of course.
What else do
Keep it
we
or
do?
kill it. Keep it or kill it. We need a theme song for Keep It or Kill It.
Right? I don't even know what to put for that.
I don't know.
Find something.
I'll just come up with a beat and I'll just put in, oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot.
That'll work. It'll work. All right,
Let's do it.
Keep it or kill it.
Woo! So there have been 2 reported alleged signings this week by AEW, and I want to go through both of these and break them down. But we're going to start quickly with Keep It or Kill It, and we're going to start with the one that I know Wendy's going to hate because it was reported first, and because we got to get this one out of the way.
Unfortunately,
CM Punk has reportedly again signed with AEW again. Will he actually sign? Keep it or kill it.
I'm gonna say kill it. I don't think he is. Like, his price is too high.
Okay. So we're gonna, and let's just let Wendy get this one out of the way because I can see her seething already.
there have been way too many reports confirming that he has signed.
Who have we seen the reports? Like, I haven't even had a chance to deep dive.
Oh God, they've been from
my God, it's been everybody. It's been PWI, PWI Bleacher Report.
Yeah, multiple
News,
reports on both
Wrestling Inc., Wrestling News.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I hope it's like a one night thing.
Even Comic Book, Digital Spy, Game Rant, everybody, SB Nation, Pro Wrestling News Hub, DraftKings Nations. I can go on. Everybody has said, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is about CM Punk that just rubs me the wrong way entirely. Like, I can't stand his stupid fucking face.
Tell us how you really feel.
Everything about him is just.
Do I need to go grab the Baby Yoda on the doll?
Gears entirely. I just can't even with him. And I don't know how I feel. I want to kill it, but some tells me to keep it, and it just.
Holy shit! She just swerved us.
It just makes me angry.
I don't want him to.
This is my real shock face.
No more Grandma Wendy.
So I'm gonna get this in real quick.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
And I'm gonna process my shock.
I'm keeping it.
I'm gonna process my shock, and then I'm gonna go to the comment where
I'm gonna process my rage.
Our friends from Jofo in the Ring, Frank, whoever said CM Punk will sign with AEW out of spite for WWE.
I could see that.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
That's
and
definitely what it is.
oh, Peter's here. Hi, Peter.
What if we get like a one night only match with Punk and AEW, and it's like at all out
in Chicago
against Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson?
That would actually, especially with the American Dragon, that would be sweet. But
a one-time match.
If it's a one-time match, I have no issue. One and done. Be gone out of my wrestling. Get out of my soup. Get out of my face. All of it.
Oh my God!
Leave my house.
All of a sudden, I'm gonna be the one
with Bezos into space in that fucking space dildo. All of it. Just leave. Just
reclaiming my time.
Reclaim it.
Okay, so I wouldn't mind seeing that, by the way, in Chicago, especially if it was the American Dragon. But I don't know if anybody else has noticed. I certainly have. Since AEW's debut, it seems like every time they get towards a show in Chicago, whether it be a Dynamite, All Out, whatever, reports from all over the place come in that CM Punk is going to be there, he's going to sign, or he's going to do this, and he's going to do that.
Every year.
Every time. Every fucking time. And so far, all those reports have been false. So, knowing that, and part of me would kind of want to see him do it just for The same reason that Frank brought up about spiting WWE.
Fair enough.
But I don't think WWE would even try to take him back.
I don't know. I mean, they obviously brought him in for the Fox show. I'm just saying.
No, Fox brought him in.
Yeah, but it was still a WWE show. So maybe, especially we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But because I've heard this before, because it's never happened, and I've heard it plenty of times before, I'm going to tentatively say kill it, and we're just gonna see how it plays out.
The only person that we never would have thought would have said keep it with CM Punk involved said keep it.
Yeah, the only person who has
That
a
is
deep-rooted
Yep,
a deep-rooted hatred. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Peter. You hang in there, dude. And I do have SmackDown on without the volume in front of me, so if you see me getting lighter and darker, it's from the TV. I can obviously see John Cena in a ring.
Oh my God,
yeah, we're doing this. So,
okay.
Speaking of which, let's go next to the man who actually beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. Segue. Daniel Bryan in AEW.
Danielson.
The American Dragon. How about that? In AEW.
I could see that. I could
keep it or kill it.
I could keep it.
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
You know what? I would absolutely love to see it. I mean, I had said keep it to him showing up at Slammiversary under the premise that they'd let him work in Japan, or they'd let him work with AEW, or they'd let him do whatever he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it. AEW will do the same damn thing with him. Same thing. They've had people working in Japan. They've had people on Impact. They've had people.
United States champion.
Yeah, they now have the IWGP US champ on their run. They've had him. They've been had him. They got a new one.
Yeah,
they had a New Japan match on their show. They took the Texas Death Match and they brought it to Texas from Tokyo.
Yeah.
So
finally,
for all the same reasons, fuck yeah, keep it. I want to see Daniel Bryan in one of these companies.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh yes.
That's hot.
Bryan Danielson.
Thank you.
And now, I'm sorry, Lady Wendy. I'm kind of taking over your role as host, aren't I?
Good. Do we want to stay on the aid? Well, no, I kind of want to save Fyter Fest for last because it was fun to watch.
It was definitely fun.
So let's take a trip down Monday night.
Oh, into this rabbit hole we go.
Let's just dive into it so we can get out of it quick.
I know.
Let's just get through it.
I know why they did it, but having a SmackDown superstar open up Monday Night Raw talking about the Universal Champion on SmackDown on Raw is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
You know what
it makes no sense. Just let him wait and show up Friday when he's supposed to show up. I know why they did it. They did it for the ratings, and they wanted the ratings.
I was just about to say,
Raw. That's why they did it.
Raw was a spoiled child looking for more attention. Going, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me! I got John Cena. Hey, look, Karrion Kross is here. Look at me. Hey, we're bringing back Goldberg. Come on, look at me.
Raw was acting like a middle child. Why won't you love me, mommy?
Yeah, right.
Middle child.
Right.
Nobody wants to deal with you.
Here's what happened on Monday Night Raw in a nutshell.
Marsha.
Yes.
3 hours.
Yes.
All.
Marsha.
Okay. Middle child syndrome. Okay. Just look at me. I'm doing good stuff too. I know SmackDown and NXT are better, but look at me.
Yep.
Like it was just ridiculous. And on top of that, John Cena talking about Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman while they're not in the building kind of feels like a bitch move. Like you can talk a lot of shit when they're not there.
It's a ratings move.
It's that too, but it's also partly a bitch move when you think about it. I mean, somebody talks shit behind your back and then you walk up to them and they're just like, I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. It baffles.
So if that, but even then, I do respect Cena. I don't like him. We've been over this.
Yeah.
The thing that I had with Cena was like, he's cutting his promo on Raw, and I'm hating myself because I'm sitting there going, damn it, he's right.
Yeah.
The whole time, I'm like, damn it, he's right.
I didn't get a chance to catch it. What did he say? Enlighten me, y'all.
He was just saying, like, Roman Reigns has basically gotten too big for his britches, and like
He's an asshole.
When you're good, you want. Yeah, he said something along the lines of like, when you're good, you want everybody to acknowledge you. When you're great, they acknowledge you without you saying anything.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
That sort of stuff. And I was like, fuck, I agree with him. God damn it. So there was that. So, I mean, it was a good promo and it was a good moment for the fans. Texas got behind it. It was kind of bizarro world, as he had also mentioned, because they were cheering for him. And that doesn't happen very often.
I guess people missed him?
Yeah, people actually did miss him. Like, if you saw the reaction at Money in the Bank and then reaction on Raw, you were like, wow. I don't know if people were chanting Cena sucks tonight because I don't have my volume on, but they seem to be pretty happy he was on SmackDown. And so, I mean, that was one of the better moments compared to some of these other ones. Like, we actually got Keith Lee back in a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Which is, that in itself is a big moment. It's like, yes! And then he has like a 5-minute match with Bobby Lashley, loses, and what do we get right after that? Goldberg. I'm like, oh,
fuck! I'm so glad. I haven't even bothered with the highlights. Like I've read a few things here and there, and I'm like, why bother with the highlights? Because there were no highlights apparently.
Dom, you've brought this up numerous times on comments on stuff about AEW bringing legends and all these retired guys back.
Right.
That
it's true.
Right.
They've got him in the ring. Like, they got Christian Cage, they got Sting, they got that. And it's a point. They're in AEW, yes, but they're just working matches. They're not injected into the title match. Goldberg walks in.
That's true.
Earned nothing, did nothing. He just said, "You're next."
Right? No, you know what? Goldberg. You know what Goldberg did before all that? He lost back-to-back title matches.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
That's about it.
And then he came back, and then he said, "You're next to Bobby Lashley," and now he's going to SummerSlam. Now, at the same time, Sting has been in AEW for
a hot-ass minute.
A minute now, 4 to 6 months at least.
Uh-huh.
How many title matches has he gotten?
Not a damn one.
And Goldberg has now gotten 3 in the same amount of time.
Yep.
And although he's older, Sting is a better wrestler.
Oh, like, way better.
I know it can't happen, but if Sting were to walk down that ring and tell Bobby Lashley, "I'm next," I'd want to see that at SummerSlam.
The green diarrhea in Rebby's new baby's diaper is a better wrestler than Goldberg ever was.
Oh,
why so graphic?
This
because
was
it's how I am. It's me. It's me.
I know.
Have I ever been anything less?
There you go, Peter. He agrees. Most of them guys can still wrestle.
Yep.
Yes, they can. Like, I know Taz is there, and obviously he can't wrestle anymore, but he makes a damn good manager, and he's decent on commentary.
A Go-Go, who is still relatively green, at his worst, is better than Goldberg on his best day.
True.
Go-Go is actually pretty good.
I feel like we're dancing. I feel like we're dancing around Wendy's fill in the blank.
Hook, who has never been properly seen in the ring yet. Hook, Taz's own fucking kid that we haven't seen wrestle quite yet. Still better at his worst than Goldberg at his best. My dog on her worst behavior, looking at blind children.
You're on a fucking tear tonight.
I really
okay.
am.
So should we ask your since we're headed down in this direction anyway? Should we ask your fill in the blank question there, Grandma?
Yeah, let's do it. Fill in the blank.
I'd rather see blank take on Lashley than Willie G.
The ghost of Mae Young.
My 10-year-old son who has no training.
Oh, shit.
He'll just sit there and he'll probably like flick Bobby with a string that was in his mouth. And it'll still be more entertaining and believable than Goldberg. I would rather see Lily, Alexa Bliss's doll,
Yes.
wrestle Bobby Lashley
Oh my God.
at SummerSlam.
Yes.
I would rather see. Oh, that's a good one, Peter. There we go. I would rather see
Massive.
Pom Blanco
Yes.
Blanco can wrestle.
because he
I
can
would-
wrestle.
yes, I would still rather that than Oldberg.
I was gonna say, Brucey, get in on this with us. We're having fun.
Listen, you have me dying with the whole spoon thing. I'm sorry.
I'd rather.
I
Wait. Here's front face lock. I'd rather see Christopher Reeve post horse accident pre-death.
Damn. Damn.
That is harsh, but that is hilarious.
Oof.
Harshly hilarious, so I'll allow it.
Oh,
Michael Cole.
The old Marlon Brando from the island of Dr. Moreau go up against him.
Wow, we're talking Fat Marlon.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I'd rather
Wow. Michael Cole.
Fuck out of here, Peter.
He'd still be better. Did you see that match with Swagger? He'd still be better.
Who would you rather?
I'd rather see Marco Stunt in a match
Yes.
with Bobby Lashley.
Yes, because at least that kid can wrestle.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
At least he can wrestle. At
Yep,
least he's got more than one move.
Yes.
And we know he won't kill Bobby when he tries to.
I'd rather see Vicky Guerrero yell "excuse me" at him for an hour.
Oh.
A whole hour of
Can we-
excuse me.
I know it's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but I'd rather see Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah. That was actually
I'd rather
kinda
see
cool.
Sting. I'd rather see Chavo Guerrero. I'd rather see Christian Cage. Do I need to go on? I would have rather have seen Miro. Remember when they put him in that cuck story? This would be so much better if it was God's favorite champion coming down the ring.
I'd rather the spirit of Abraham Lincoln
Oh my
go
god!
up against Bobby Lashley because that man loves to wrestle
Oh, I
for
got another
no
one.
damn reason.
The spirit of Eddie Guerrero, and he still has to cheat to win.
Ghost going in there cheating still, throwing the chair. And it's like, Eddie, you're a ghost. What are you doing?
He levitates like he's been knocked out.
This one's for Wendy. I'd rather see Rey Mysterio against
Oh,
Goldberg.
I agree. You know what? I'm gonna agree with that one.
wow! I was gonna say you just went too far, but okay.
I'd
Okay.
rather see Plastic Knees because at least Plastic Knees can wrestle. I'll give him
Bro,
that.
he's on my TV right now. I'd rather see Sami Zayn.
Bruh. Oh my God, y'all! A handful of jizz that fanboys come after Alexa comes to the ring. Really?
Oh my!
Really?
I just
Still a better
noticed.
choice.
Really?
-1.
Fucking face. Jesus Christ.
You gotta love that dude.
-1.
You gotta love that
Donald
dude.
Trump. Can't even stand the guy, but yes, I'd rather him.
He is a WWE Hall of Famer, just like
He
Goldberg,
is, unfortunately.
and he's
He's Hall of Famer. versus
probably
Hall
as
of
big a
Famer.
piece of shit. I'm just saying.
Even bigger.
Even bigger. Yeah, that was just, like, can we get Keith Lee? Can we get like Biggie?
Anybody.
Here's the thing. You had a plug and play storyline in place because you had Biggie win the Money in the Bank, which is a humongous moment. And I know we've all said since last year, like, now that he's on his own, push Biggie to the moon. So I'm very happy that he won that case, and I got to give it up to him real quick. But that's a boo, so I'm not going to do that. That's just wrong. Where the hell's the cheer? That was almost bad, y'all.
Boo.
All that. Biggie deserved all that. I was not going to boo that man because it was
Mike Les.
beautiful.
Yes.
What's on your mind?
I got one more.
One more.
I would rather see Bobby Lashley fight a wet paper bag.
Yes.
Because he can fight his way out of it as opposed
Yes.
to Goldberg.
Yes.
But as I was saying, they had a plug and play story. Like Bobby Lashley just destroyed Kofi
yeah.
Kingston.
Mhm.
You have your own wrestling version of like Rocky IV right
Yes.
here. Because during that match, I swear to God, Kofi's getting destroyed, and I'm seeing Ivan Drago beating on Apollo Creed, and I am literally sitting there screaming, "Throw the damn towel!" Like he was dead. And Bobby was just like in the hurt lock with him, like he's dangling, like if he dies, he dies. So now Big E gets to be Rocky, right? He cashes
Right.
in the contract and he goes into this
built
hardcore
It's
training
built
ritual,
in.
you know, to get ready for SummerSlam and get revenge and all that. And you could almost, I know they did something like this with Drew in Ireland, but you can almost see Big E like out in Russia and like the wind's blowing and snow and he's on top of a mountain going, Lashley! But no, you know what we're going to get? Willie G, because that's better than what I just said.
I hope Big E cashes in on the winner.
Yes, I 100% agree.
You
And
guys are nuts. Yes, Frank. Yes, we are.
the nutty of the squirrel shit.
Yeah. This shit always has nuts in it.
Speaking of nuts and shit,
Oh boy.
Karrion Kross.
Oh my
What?
shit, mother!
What?
So, you want to hear something interesting about
Tell me
Karrion
something
Kross?
interesting.
After he got totally fucking embarrassed on Monday Night Raw,
Mhm.
Tuesday on NXT, he was supposed to cut a promo, but they actually cut it out of the show because the fans were chanting Hardy during his promo. So they cut it.
It was they did a
After the
backstage thing where he had laid out William Regal and he was in the car and he actually said to Joe, like, I go where I want. I do what I want. I'm like, apparently you don't win while you're going where you want and doing what the fuck you want. It was so it was so ridiculous. Like, I'm not even mad about it. I'm just confused over it because
they ruined the whole brand.
I had said originally, this has happened twice. It actually happened 3 times. The NXT champion has showed up on the main roster 3 times. Originally, Kevin Owens, when the NXT title was the Big X.
Yes.
And he went to a pay-per-view with John Cena and won.
Yes.
Okay, then SmackDown. Remember when all the superstars got stranded in Saudi Arabia and we had like TakeOver Buffalo where all the NXT people showed up to take their place?
Yep.
And Adam Cole, who was the
fucking
NXT
show.
champion, faced Daniel Bryan that night and won. Thank you for showing the shirt. I thought that I could only see the B. Okay, so there was those 2, and then Karrion Kross shows up on Monday Night Raw, and they give him this big video package and they build him up, kind of like they did a few years ago with the guys that were coming up from NXT, like Lars Sullivan and EC3. How you remember all those guys that worked out so well? But anyway, I digress. Gives them that big build up. Then they go to the intro, and I'm waiting for Black and White, Smoke, Mirror, Scarlet. No, like elevated jobber entrance with Karrion Kross and the NXT title around his waist. I'm like, that's weird. And then Jeff Hardy comes out, and we haven't seen Jeff Hardy since like Elimination Chamber, like a while. And he comes out to his old theme, No More Words, which is cool. But at the same time, then I'm thinking, please don't hit the pyro because we all know what happens. He's going to blow up. Right? Do you remember that? He came out with the WWE title. He's doing his thing. The pyro went off and just destroyed him.
Yes.
But that didn't happen, thankfully. Although, considering the outcome, maybe it should have. He goes in. They have a decent match. Quick roll-up. Pulls heel tactics, y'all. Puts his feet on the fucking ropes. Gets a 3 count on Kross. Leaves. And Kross is just standing there in the middle of the ring looking stupid like, wait. What the fuck just happened? And I'm sitting there on the couch looking stupid like, wait. What the fuck just happened? So,
can we make that a new segment? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
We can. I have a feeling.
Stuff, but yeah, no, totally.
I have a feeling that's going to be a WWE exclusive
It'll be a
segment.
Monday night thing. Yep.
But maybe even a Raw exclusive segment. But what the fuck just happened needs to be a thing from now on.
It is. It's official. We've made it official. It's now a thing.
Yes.
And going to the comments, PETA had said, disappointed, but that's WWE and old Vince for you. Well, yeah.
Agreed.
Hopefully Kross goes to Raw full time.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want that. I'm really not sure. I want Joe to kill him, but I don't know if I want.
Yeah.
It was just, it was like, it really felt like Vince McMahon was sending a clear-cut message to all of NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Like, stay where you are or go somewhere else because there is nothing for you here.
They have no choice when they get called up.
I know. I know. Most of the time, now there are some guys that Trips will fight for and try to keep as much as like he kept Joe much longer than he was supposed to.
Yeah,
He's kept a few guys much longer than he was supposed to, but eventually they have to go. And when they do, like for instance, see Keith Lee and disappearing, coming back for 5 minutes, getting beaten, and then getting Goldberged afterwards, or see Karrion Kross. It just felt like a clear-cut message of like, I don't give a flying fuck about any of you.
You know, I'm kind of surprised Vince hasn't had an accident in the gym or something, you know, at this point.
You know, I feel like Triple H was at the Capitol Wrestling Center on Tuesday on his laptop Googling, like, how to make my father-in-law's death look like an accident.
I'm writing a book.
Right.
If I would have done it.
Exactly. Okay.
Triple H, the next OJ, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. And yes, I'm actually excited that Walter's not as badly hurt as originally planned, and we're going to get Walter versus Dragunov at TakeOver. Sweet. That's going to be cool. It's going to lead to nothing main roster, but it's still going to be cool. Oh, and it'll be a better match than Goldberg Lashley.
I think it'll be a better match than Gold. You know what? I would rather take a chop from Walter than ever have to watch Goldberg versus anybody.
Oh man, we're going here now. We're never going to get out of this.
All right,
I would rather take a low blow from Nate himself than have to watch Lashley Goldberg.
honestly. Bruce, what would you rather do?
Holy shit. A lot of things.
You know what else I'd like to do?
I don't know.
Anything.
Let him think about it. Let him think on it for a second. Because you know what else I'd like to do? I'd like to send a special message out to Vince McMahon when it comes to NXT talent and all this good shit. And you come to my roster, I bury you, sort of thing. I just want to say,
stop it. Get some help.
Please.
Or listen to the help you got. One or the other. But that's all I had to say. Brucey, you got anything?
I honestly, I'd rather watch Marco Stunt versus Roman Reigns.
Damn.
Those are my two most hated wrestlers. Like
true.
Oh,
very true.
That would be hysterical to watch. I'd pay good money to see that.
All right, so
with Marco getting the win.
Hell the fuck yes.
I think if we're lucky, we have like one more thing to talk about from the land of Raw, and then we're going to move on. I think if we're lucky.
Well, yeah, we do have one more thing, actually. Almost a superhero. Nikki Ash now, not Nikki Cross, Nikki ASH. How do we feel about her win and her cash in?
Go
ahead,
Brucey. No, you go ahead.
Right.
You go. You.
My bad.
All you.
I'll go. Shit.
All you.
It was a surprise. Honestly, I was shocked that she won.
Good or bad?
In a good way. Well, here's the thing. I like the psychotic Nikki Cross. I don't like the superhero Nikki Cross. I understand why she did it, and I understand all of that. Like, I don't know, that gimmick with her, just it's not for me. But I'm happy that she won the title. I really am. And the Money in the Bank. Yeah,
I'm with Brucey for most of that. I was like I love Nikki Cross. I love Nikki Cross from NXT, from Sanity, from one of my favorite matches just in NXT history was when Nikki actually got a shot at the NXT Women's Champion, and the champion was Wendy's Wafu, Shayna Baszler. Because at that point, Wafu had been whooping everybody's ass. Like
that was not a no DQ match too,
and it was. And Nikki actually beat the shit out of Shayna Baszler. She was like one of the first people to make a dent. And there were times in that match where I thought, "Oh shit, she's gonna win! Oh shit, she's gonna win!" And of course, she lost a very good match. Like Wafu had her in the Karafuda clutch, and Nikki Cross is smiling.
Yep.
I'm like, I love this bitch.
Crazy. Like,
she smiled until she went to sleep.
Like,
I love this bitch.
I had
Okay.
to give respect for that. I was like, this bitch is crazy and I love it. I'm all about it.
So I'm definitely with Brucey on the gimmick because I love that Nikki Cross. And if
Mhm.
that Nikki Cross was Raw Women's Champion,
I'd be doing backflips.
I love the woman. I hate the gimmick.
Yeah.
I don't care if she came up with it or not. I hate it.
I appreciate that she came up with it though. I appreciate that that's
Yeah.
her and she
appreciate
owns it. And it's you know, like
But
I think it's silly, but
let's be
you know, I
let's be
appreciate
real. Did she come up with it out of the blue, or did she come up with it thinking, I'm not getting used, I'm not on TV, I got to come up with something the old fart is going to like?
That is absolutely what it
Oh
was.
yeah.
See, it's her idea, but is it her idea based off the man I asked to get some help? That's my problem with it. I'm not mad that it's her idea. I'm mad that she had to go there. Okay.
No, I'm not even mad at that because you got to stay on TV somehow. You got to stay relevant somehow. No,
And then
you got to do what you got to do.
The women's Money in the Bank finish really got to me because, like, there are 6 people on top of the ladder fighting, like 3 ladders, 6 people brawling. Nikki climbs those ladders, not one of them notices. Now, let me ask you, because I broached this with Devin and Hafiz too. If you two are talking about a topic and I'm on the screen with you, and all of a sudden, and I'm not going to do this because I'm like 3 months away from 20 years clean. This is hypothetical. All of a sudden, I just pull out a crack pipe and start smoking it right here while you're talking. Are you going to notice?
I'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
I'd be like, are you feeling okay?
Exactly.
What is even happening?
But Nikki runs up these ladders. There are 6 people up there fighting for the briefcase. She runs up the ladder. She's toying with the briefcase. She's pulling at it. She's doing it. She gets it down. Nobody even notices. Really?
It reminded me of like when everyone's arguing for whatever reason, and then the dog comes up and like sneaks that slice of pizza off the table and runs off with it. That's what it reminded me of, where everybody's just too busy like yelling at each other to realize the dog just ate the fucking pizza.
Just ate the pizza. Yeah, that makes sense. And the other problem, I don't know if it's a problem, but if you noticed, they took 3 title reigns off of Charlotte Flair's total as far as runs.
That is stupid.
She went from 14 to 11 because there were 2 NXT title runs and a tag team title run that they eliminated. Mm-hmm. Charlotte loses this.
They're burying a brand.
They will basically make Nikki a place setter so that Charlotte can get a run back.
Essentially.
And go into SummerSlam with the title and defend probably against Rhea, or maybe they'll do something, triple threat with Nikki, like something like that. But it just seems like it's great for Nikki, but at the same time, you're like, man,
she's a transitional.
Yeah.
And that's part of what makes me sad about it. That's what I hate about it. And I love Nikki, but I hate the situation. So I'm torn. But I am happy for her. I'm just torn because I see all this stuff and I'm like, oh man, she'd have become the superhero in training, y'all. Anybody remember Rosie out there? Anybody? Run around with Shane Helms as the Hurricane. He was the superhero. She's Nikki
Mighty
Ash.
Molly.
Yes, Mighty Molly.
I don't know what to say, but she's Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. He was the superhero in training, so he was the shit.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
Rosie was literally the shit.
The shit. Yeah.
And it's just like, so if the shit climbed the ladder and won the Money in the Bank and then won the WWE title, will we be sitting here saying, oh, good for him, it was his idea? I don't know about that.
I mean, if it was his idea, yeah, good for him. But if it's not, it's like, oh man, what did they stick you with, my guy?
Exactly. And so that's partially how I feel about Nikki. As much as I love her, I can't help it. It just feels kind of...
I mean, she's definitely been she's been overlooked way too long. So I appreciate that at least she got this opportunity, Yeah.
She got a run, and that's cool. I just I feel bad because I feel like she kind of deserved it before the gimmick, before all this, and
Jesus, yeah,
this to get
feet.
here.
Yeah,
Are we going to see Lily incarnated? That's
a good question.
Would be interesting. But considering they're doing to Alexa what they did to The Fiend, I don't know how long we're going to see Alexa. So, especially like she goes down and then women gently place ladders on top of her, like they're putting her to bed and pulling covers on her. Like that was also a little whack. That was also one of the reasons Money in the Bank only got a B+. Like just, oh, here you go, Lexi. Go to bed. You're done for the night.
Mwah.
I don't like the superhero gimmick at all from Facelock, especially when it comes to Nikki, because I don't think she needed it to be a champion. Like I said, you know, there's supposed to be a reason for NXT. It's supposed to be at least developmental. And when you have a woman who's fought a champion and smiled and laughed as she's in a submission hold getting put to sleep, you think she's enough of a badass to actually beat anyone with a little more time. And
for me, if I may, gimmick-wise, it feels a step backwards. Mm-hmm. This gimmick feels like something that should be in the indies or NXT, not on TV. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like we're moving backwards, whereas she should be progressing forward somehow.
Yeah.
Although the psychotic Nikki was kind of fading and being replaced with this, like, my best friend Lexi, kind of thing. And then this cheerful character, it evolved into something cheerful. And if that's the direction she wanted to go, I wish it didn't feel like such a backward step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the gear doesn't help either.
Am I okay with thinking Luchasaurus, or with Luchasaurus thinking he's a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he been anything else?
I mean, he was
Luchasaurus for quite some time.
He was his normal self in NXT, and then they let him go. And after that, he's been Luchasaurus ever since.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember his name, but he had the same sort of mask and look in the Reptile Clan at Lucha Underground. Mm-hmm. And then when he got into the Indies, he became Luchasaurus because he was big and he could fly. And now he says he's a dinosaur. And it's like, okay, that's kind of your gimmick. It's kind of been consistent. When you go from the psychotic lady that laughs while getting choked out to an almost superhero, it's you can't see the arc or the train reaching the station from those two. Whereas with what Luchasaurus did leading into AEW, you could kind of see the train pulling into the station. So yeah, I'm okay with it. And he's never won a title. There's that. And he's been doing it longer. There's that.
Statlander is an alien.
Statlander is definitely an alien.
It's still real to me.
It's been proven. They've checked her DNA. Okay. And thank you, Frank. Great stuff. I like to see that kind of. Yes.
in Lucha Underground, he was Vibora.
Vibora, yes. I knew it was something with an aura, and I couldn't remember the beginning. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It's been a while. We need Azteca Underground, like, now. But, yeah, I mean, it's it's definitely interesting, and I am happy for Nikki. I want to see where she goes from there. I love that she got to be Raw Women's Champion. I don't know how long it's going to last. Let's just sum it up with that.
We'll see.
Are we able to climb out of the rabbit hole now, Grandma? I don't have the rundown in front of me.
We can actually. Let's get out of there.
Yay!
Next thing I have on the list is Fyter Fest.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. Although I'd like to talk about John Cena a little more. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I just wanted to see your faces. I can see that because he's not John Cena. Now we can move on to
we got a one finger salute going on. I love it.
You know, I don't want to get ahead, but I know we had mentioned it, so I'm going to say it. Whether it's Fyter Fest or any week, I kind of love that AEW likes to come out on Dynamite right off the bat with a match, like a high caliber match, instead of, say, WWE TV, where usually we're starting with the generic promo A to lead off the show. You know, the I'm the champ and no one can beat me, acknowledge me, you can't see me almighty promo that they always kick off a show with. I mean, I did enjoy Joe kicking off NXT, sounding like the old days. You know, he was saying Carrion, but I was hearing Wendy, oh Wendy. That had me. But that was not generic promo A because NXT does things differently.
Yes,
they still start with a promo, but it's not generic.
Do we want to run down Fyter Fest Night 1, go down to card, or do we just want to? Oh, that's right. Night two.
Real quick. Dom, can you find Joe saying Wendy and put it on the soundboard?
Oh, I've been trying. Man. As soon as I can get it and I can make it a bite, it's on there. No lie.
Okay. Now we can move on to the best part of the week. For me.
Fyter Fest Night 2. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see. We opened up with Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose, right? Yeah.
No. We opened up with the first the labor of Jericho.
Right, that's right. The labor. There we go. Let me change my Google search real quick.
Do I need to pull it up? Because I can pull it up.
I got it. Here we go. The Labors of Jericho match 1.
Against
Chris Jericho versus Sean Spears. Spears can use a chair. Jericho cannot. That was a good match.
It really was.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was definitely good. I mean, I know, I don't want to say like, yeah, it had its fair share of mistakes. It probably did. And I don't really care because I'm sitting there watching it and I'm enjoying it. So I don't really give a shit at that point. Mm-hmm. A lot of people talk about botches, whether it be for AEW, WWE, or oh, this was going to happen, or they missed it. I don't really give a fuck because I'm still part of that ECW crowd that like somebody would try a move and it wouldn't work, and we just chant "you fucked up" for a couple seconds, and then we go back to watching the match and cheering because it didn't fucking matter. Mm-hmm. Because what are you doing next? Oh, this is cool. Okay, we're back. We're chanting ECW now. Okay, we'll do that.
Right,
because that was how quick it was in the ECW arena. It was just you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. I just timed that took 2 seconds. Moment was over. We moved on. Now everybody sees it, everybody talks about it for another week and a half.
Yes,
and I'm like, just chant you fucked up and move on, man. Like, come on, you mean to tell me Philly's better? All this shit you talking, Philly's better? Really?
Apparently, yes, really.
You learned it here, folks. Philly's better. But I enjoyed the hell out of this match. The only thing, technically, Jericho used the chair to win. Am I the only one that noticed that?
No, technically he didn't.
He threw Spears into the chair.
No, he didn't. He moved out of the way. And Spears set the chair up, not Jericho.
This is true.
But he's still true. Into it. You know what I'm saying?
Set the chair up, not Jericho.
Okay, so it was technically a backfire and not Jericho. No, he did not.
No, he did not use a chair. If his hands were not on that chair, no, he did not use the chair.
If he did not touch the chair, I do not care. Okay.
Exactly.
Settled.
Nail, head.
Right? Okay.
It's been decided.
I will drop that one right from my. Get out of here. See, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I apologize. Moving on. It was a very good match. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I enjoyed the hell. I want to leave this for Brucey, but I enjoyed the hell out of MJF on commentary. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, yes. Commentary gold.
Oh
and then his announcement of the second labor. Oh
my god. I mean, you want to talk about hardcore heaven?
Bro.
Nick fucking Gage.
Yes, I love you. Pray for Jericho, man, because it's a no DQ. What?
Yeah.
What?
No DQ against Nick Gage, and the Inner Circle can't help him.
No.
It's not good. I mean,
Titantron, hey man, what's happening, Anthony?
Be as sickening as his other matches.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's going to be a good match.
It's going to be hella good.
It's going to be an even better match because Jericho came back later that night and said, "You're taking on the Painmaker," and I was like,
"Yeah." So
Okay, the wall that had the forbidden door just got blown up.
There's no door,
Wendy,
there's no wall, there's nothing.
Wendy, I want you to think about this for just a minute. We know Nick Gage is
The
a
dog
fucking
in your lap.
match machine.
Fucking
No, listen. I actually and everyone says he can't wrestle. Okay. Here's an opportunity for Chris Jericho to shut motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
Still do a hardcore match with Nick Gage, but put his wrestling over with the fans to shut them the fuck up.
Absolutely.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
That
The
is
opportunity
exactly
is
what
there.
they're doing.
The opportunity is there.
Yeah.
I think Nick Gage can come through. I think. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I've seen him in so many death matches and so many, crazy types of events that I'm pretty sure the guy can wrestle. But I'm not
I'm
even
sure he can. But he doesn't need to in the match styles that he likes to participate in.
And no, Peter, I don't see anything Corny says. We've discussed that.
You'll see a suplex here and there.
Corny's never happy with nothing. Corny just wants to bitch and bemoan everything and everything.
Jim Cornette might as well.
His violence.
Jim Cornette might as well be John Cena because I really can't see him anymore.
Cornette wakes up and he looks at himself and he starts to complain about himself. I'm like, Jesus, Cornette. Does nothing make you happy?
Who are we talking about?
Jim Cornette?
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The fuck exactly.
There you go. I like the way you think, high class. I'm so glad he's back. I'm so glad he's back.
Too.
But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very brutal because we saw Jericho as the Painmaker in New Japan, and he left a lot of people.
With Kenny.
He left a lot of people bloody going into that match with Kenny,
Yep.
like Naito and a list. So, it's going to be very interesting to see these two square off, and I just hope we get it at these two. I don't want to see MJF get involved. I don't want any of the Pinnacle. Just let these two have a war. That's it. That's all I want.
I'm laughing at what Peter said. He winched about AEW having a next criminal, etc. in the ring. Really, Corny? Really? You want to talk about all the criminals that WWE had in general? All the criminals that have been running rampant in the indies? All the criminals, period?
You know how many times Superfly Snuka came off that top rope after that murder? I'm just saying. None of my business. I'm just saying.
And it was just a bank. It was just a fucking bank.
That's all it was.
That's all it fucking was.
And
Anyway.
had he wore a mask, he'd have probably gotten away with it.
Of all the times.
All the times. All the damn times.
That shit fucking had me dying.
At least he didn't have his face covered when he came out on Dynamite. So
Right? That would have been his
there was that. But are we good? Are we grading these matches? Are we doing like whether they were good, bad, ugly? What are we doing here?
Let's do good, bad, or ugly. It's easier that way.
This was definitely a good match.
Agreed. I agree. Brucey?
What match are we talking about?
Jericho and
versus
Spears.
Oh, that was a good match.
Okay.
Yeah, good match.
Okay.
Next up, Frankie Kazarian versus Doc Gallows. Doc Gallows looks so filthy. Like, I just want to scrub him down
So
with
shiny.
a wire brush and some Palmolive. Just rub it on
He
out.
looks like that drunk uncle that always tries to be the life of the party, but winds up being the asshole and then getting in a fight with your dad or your other uncle. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what he is.
He really does. He's just very shiny and very. He looks sticky. Like you go to lock up with him, you're like, "What is this?"
He just looks filthy.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I want to say I was glad this match happened, but I'm not. I'm just like this was like, well, we can't really follow what just happened with anything, so these guys.
Well, I don't think that's what they thought going into it. I mean,
I rocked out to Kazarian's new music, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That shit was a banger. But
I mean,
the match was okay.
Yeah, the match was okay.
Yeah.
Kaz has had much better matches, and so has Gallows. Like there was nowhere near a bad match. It was an okay match.
I mean, I would say it's a bad match because okay is not in the criteria.
Yeah.
Like we have
Damn
good,
it.
bad, and ugly. I don't want to call it ugly. It wasn't very good, so I'm gonna say it was bad. But it was like a high level. Is there a high level bad, like bad-ish?
Yeah.
Bad
In the
plus,
vicinity
a
of
bad
bad.
plus.
Bad plus, that could be one. You know,
Bleacher Report gave it a C, and this is what they had to say about it. It essentially castrated Kazarian of any momentum he had in his role as the dark avenging elite hunter. Sure, Anderson distracted him, but guys looking to avenge wrongs don't just get beaten in what amounts to a meaningless TV match. What do you guys think? Accurate?
That's pretty accurate. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I felt. But like, if I had to grade it, I might have gave it a C, C minus kind of thing.
Mhm.
I mean, you would think he would have gone over with the way he's been like attacking the elite and
Mhm.
being very successful. But then on the flip side, because he's been so successful in the sneak attacks and stuff like that and costing the elite matches, that it makes sense that he lost this match.
Right, and you know, regardless, I know he's in the elite and everything else, but an Impact signed wrestler just won a match on Dynamite. So there's got to be some good in there for, you know, Impact fans who might
Absolutely.
think we're catching the short end of the straw, especially after Slammiversary. So there was some good that came out of this, but overall, I'd have to say it was in the vicinity of bad.
Are we done with this one? Do we want to move on?
I'm good. Are we ready?
All right. Next match. Darby Allin versus Wheeler Yuta.
Oh,
Okay, Wheeler Yuta impressed me.
Agreed.
Like I've
Yeah.
never. I know Dom's seen his indie stuff and his other work. I haven't.
I have.
Same.
I didn't even know who the hell he was. I'm like, whoa, is this the substitute Trent that kind of looks like Chuck Taylor?
Yeah, I'm not big on Excalibur saying he's a protege of Chucky or Orange Cassidy or any of that because I know better. He's a protege of Michinoku Pro, you know, Taka, Gulak, you name it. Like he has been trained vigorously by guys that are pretty damn good, and not Chucky T. There is no protege of a fucking potato in that man, and. You know, going into these matches, whether it was night 1 with Sammy or night 2 with Darby, it's not like I thought he was going to win. I just thought he was going to put on a good match, and he damn sure
did. He damn, yeah.
Both times.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't know if they've officially signed him yet or not. I've been looking around because, you know, he's from Philly. He's one of my guys. I definitely enjoyed him. I did keep up with him on the indies and in other promotions. So I don't know if they've officially signed him, but I really think that they should because he could be a legit star in AEW.
Absolutely.
And so for this would be like a good match for me. I would have gave it like a solid A-. I thought, you know, Yuta look good. Darby is Darby, so he's always gonna, you know, show you something and give you that top-notch type shit. So it was like A quality to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely, Wheeler definitely caught my eye with these matches. I ended up having to look him up and look up his matches on YouTube, and I'm pretty impressed with him. I think I agree with you guys. He should be signed. And the kid's definitely chock full of potential.
Absolutely.
I would love to see him at some point down the line going for title runs and that kind of thing. And I think he would be a great signee. The match was good, but in the sense of where it fit in the overall of Fyter Fest, like both nights or even just the one night, it was an okay match. It wasn't the most, you know, thrilling of matches, so to speak, but it was still good.
Okay.
It was I said like Wheeler Yuta just blew me away. The match itself, like, yeah, it was good, but I think the Sting and Orange Cassidy segment on the outside kind of took away.
It stole some attention,
It took away from what the match should have been.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed at it, but at the same
I loved
time,
it. I don't get me wrong.
you didn't need it. It just didn't need to happen. Like maybe after the match, you know, not in the middle of it. I didn't think it needed to happen because it was a good match, but then that kind of took the attention off of, what was going on in the ring and put it on. Holy shit, Sting is actually doing this sloth bullshit with freshly squeezed. Like,
it was awesome.
Did we? I'm not saying it wasn't awesome. I'm just saying, did you ever think that, like, go back a year and say to yourself, Darby Allin or Sting and Orange Cassidy are going to be doing the kicks of doom on the outside of a Dynamite ring? Like, never.
This is what BR said about it. Dave Meltzer should empty the star bank, though. Give that showdown between Cassidy and Sting 11 billion stars because it was ample amount.
And three-quarter. Because Uncle Dave is all about those quarters and halves and all that. It's a 7 3/4 star.
It's either all or nothing, Dave. Quit giving these half C's and quarters and get the fuck out. It's stars, not change. What the fuck?
I'm just saying he likes to be technical and he likes to tuck his shirts in, and both are a little weird.
God,
that's so fucking weird.
Both are a little weird.
Who does that? Dave.
Dave does that. End of list.
Moving on.
Moving on. Next match. Next segment. Something.
AEW Women's Championship match. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Nyla Rose, the Native Beast. This was a hard match for me because I love them both.
I do. Me too. Like,
this was tough. That match.
But I absolutely enjoyed the hell out of this match.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that Rebel was wearing like her Dallas Cowboy cheerleader boots when she came to the ring. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice match.
I enjoyed the look on Rebel. How you doing? Hello, nurse. All that. But the match itself was just amazing. I loved it from start to finish. I love the fact that when Britt Baker actually got her in the lockjaw, I thought like, oh, she's going to power out of this. And then all of a sudden you see the hand in the mouth. And I was like,
there's no way she's powering out of that.
No, she's not going to tap. She's not going to tap. And then the next thing you just see Nyla tapping, like slapping the top of Britt's head like, bitch, let go.
I died.
That was so thoroughly impressive to me. I enjoyed every last second of that match. That was very good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, it was good. I don't know. It's publicly known I'm not a Nyla Rose fan.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Britt was on top of her game. She sold well and she played into the smaller competitor in the match, and I just loved Britt tapping that bitch out.
Well, PETA had said it was a good match. Definitely too early for Britt to lose, but now Thunder Rosa has signed. We will get Britt versus Thunder, and Thunder wins. Ooh.
I think that's who's going to take the title from Britt.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. But I don't want it to happen quite yet. I want Britt to have a good, long heel run.
We haven't, outside of maybe that little piece of Cody and Brody, we haven't seen a rivalry where the title changes hands back and forth in AEW yet.
No.
We've seen, like, Britt beats Sheeta, Sheeta's gone. Sheeta beats Nyla, Nyla's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back maybe a year later. Like, not Nyla takes the title, Sheeta takes it from her, Nyla takes it back, that sort of thing. If they were going to do it with any two people in AEW right now, Britt and Thunder.
Definitely these two.
Absolutely.
Okay. I figured that was going to be your name.
And it's very well defined because Britt versus Nyla was heel versus heel. And, that's fun and all. But I love a classic heel versus face. There's just something about the storytelling that can be built up and developed. And when both are beloved, it makes it a little harder but more exciting. You know what I mean?
And look at the history they have between Britt and Thunder already. So it's like this is plug and play, like I was talking about with Big E and Lashley. So if they want to put this back together, and then maybe not at all out, but maybe in the fall, winter, do something at the next pay-per-view with those two and build it, I would be all in for it. And no pun intended. And I would love to see eventually maybe Thunder take the title, Britt takes it back, and they go back and forth. They have like that heated feud where they just keep trading wins until finally there has to be one and then you just go with whoever's hottest at the time.
I would love for it to build up to like an Iron Woman match or something, because those two could definitely go.
Yeah, Peter saying SmackDown is outside. Yeah, it's at a hip hop festival. I can't remember the name of it. It's something loud. But they're literally in the middle of a hip hop festival shooting SmackDown matches live.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool.
So that's what that is. Oh, that explains why Wale was there.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Next match.
Enough with SmackDown. Although Bianca Belair is doing a good showing. Come on, girl. Get you some Carmella. There you go, girl.
You need to beat that bitch again.
Damn.
The next thing we saw was Tony Schiavone interviews Andrade El Idolo. That was actually a good segment when whatchamacallit, Death Triangle came out. But also, what was Alex wearing? Why did it look like an early 2000s Ed Hardy store just threw up on him?
Right. It
looked like some extra glitter.
It looked like he somehow stepped out of an old Rough Riders video with like DMX and Eve and all that, and just had his like dirt bike motorcycle outfit on and came to the ring. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I was like, bro, what like Goodwill did you go shopping at?
Penta says.
Yeah, Penta says. I love that. I absolutely love that. I love that he's got a mouthpiece. But is it weird that this segment had good and bad kind of mixed into it?
No,
like,
not bad. Not weird, but
totally. I love El Idolo in the middle of a ring. I love him introducing Chavo in Texas. I thought that was, that was a nice touch. Because if Chavo's big anywhere.
Oh, yeah. But Chavito's hometown. He's from El Paso. He's a son of Texas, Yeah.
Right. I mean, if we're supposed to give Nikki leeway because the gimmick is her idea, you got to give Chavo some slack because he's like a fucking legend in that state.
Yeah.
So
and it's the Guerrero family, like that.
And it's the Guerrero family, and it's it's either on or right after the anniversary of Eddie. Mm-hmm. This was a nice touch. And then, and of course, it was great when he called Death Triangle out, and then from there, it just kind of morphed and started to get bad because I wanted them to somehow join forces. It wasn't happening, and then I wanted at one point
kind of like putting those little nuggets of like, you want gold, you boys want gold, come with me because that's what I do. I make kings.
At one point, I was hoping that we were going to get like Roosh and Dragon Lee to come out and help El Idolo beat Death Triangle, and that didn't happen either. And so it had its moments of bad, it had its moments of good, but at the same time, I was locked in the whole way. I was like, "Stop teasing me! Get together or fight! Get together or fight! Get together or fight! Neither one's gonna happen. Fuck!"
I like this. Like, I like this little tease.
Oh, what did he say? So, do Phoenix and Penta turn on?
I think that was supposed to be El Idolo.
El Idolo, or does El Idolo have someone else to join it? See, that's what I'm wondering, Peter. I'm wondering if like he gets them to turn on Pac, or if he has two people waiting to help him get rid of Death Triangle, so that because they won't join him, so now he don't need them, so now he has to eliminate them. That sort of thing. I don't know what's going to happen from there. It's going to be interesting, but at the same time, I wanted those guys together so badly. Even if it's not Death Triangle anymore, even if you just the three of them go with Andrade and Chavo, and they make this huge faction up.
I was just thinking.
What were you thinking, Brucey?
This again, the titles that we've been, or at least I've been wanting in AEW are the trios titles, and there are rumors that the trios titles are supposed to be handed to the winners in Chicago. What if Penta and Phoenix do turn on Pac and join El Idolo, and we get El Idolo and the Lucha Bros versus Pac and maybe a couple of other wrestlers for the 6-man titles?
Who would join Pac though?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Who's out there?
I mean, there are plenty.
What if he gets a couple more British wrestlers?
Bro, I'm sorry. Baron Corbin just got mugged by Dolph Ziggler and fucking Bobby Roode. What the fuck? He's like threw something at him, and they took the money that Kevin Owens gave him out of pity.
They did. They threw a fucking Nerf football at him in the nuts. The poor lone wolf, and I mean lone as in LOAN, not LONE.
What the fuck?
I need a lone wolf.
Oh man, that shit was hysterical. He just like straight threw that ball at his balls. He just went down.
See, I would love for. I'm trying to get this back on track. So, Peter, I would love for the Lucha Bros to swerve Pac because of what you said. It would probably lead to Pac getting a solo push, which I would rather have in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather see that, and I would rather see the Lucha Bros roll with El Idolo and just become the, I don't know, the Lords of Lucha Libre. I don't know. Whatever the fuck they want to become, I'm for it. I'm with it.
Hundo P. Because that would be awesome to see Pac get that push again and do the solo thing again and go back to just being the bastard and unknown,
He's always been the bastard. He's just had.
But I want him to be like the solo bastard once again,
Yeah, I want him to be the guy that beat Kenny.
Yeah.
Because
he beat Kenny.
That wasn't the real Kenny.
He didn't just beat Kenny. He beat Kenny. Emphasis,
He whooped Kenny.
Yeah.
He beat him like a disrespected stepdaddy. Mm.
Oh no, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are we ready for the next?
Yeah. Oh, Orange Cassidy versus The Blade.
That was a good ass match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think any match that Cassidy's in is gonna be a good ass match.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't had a bad match yet. I don't know. I don't.
That Mimosa Mayhem was kind of bad.
The gimmick of the match,
and
was
even
stupid.
the match
itself was good.
Even the match against the Blade was kind of bad, and it was just bad because, like, one, I didn't really care. Two, it's the Blade, and three, like,
where's the Butcher? Is he on tour?
No, he got injured. He had surgery on his hand.
Oh, okay.
And that's they just didn't suck me in with the story of, like, Cassidy loses and he's looking for revenge and all this stuff, because I'm too busy trying to figure out how Chris Statlander got in the mix with the rest of these guys, and then I'm over here like, oh, Wheeler Yuta, cool.
That's Cassidy's
and I just
woman.
stopped paying attention. But that's to me, they don't even act like a couple. They're just like,
because they don't want. No, in real life they're together.
No, it's
so like we're just hanging out. Oh no. Where did Brucey go? That's not.
Now I'm over here like, no.
Like, what? Wait, he's back.
Yeah.
Yay. I don't know what happened, but there he is.
Yeah, I don't either. I have no idea.
That's
I'm
okay.
here.
That's
I
okay.
never left.
That's okay. No big deal.
Yeah, isn't she with this guy from NXT? Can you guys see that?
Barely, but I certainly
no,
look.
not NXT. I think is he in Impact or NXT?
I don't know.
I think Impact. But he comes out like in these weird little short shorts and like these like short suits kind of thing.
Caleb with a K?
Yeah. That dude.
Oh, Impact. Yes, Caleb with a K. I mean, I'm not really up on Chris Statlander's, love life.
So here it is. As the humans say, thirsty for him, love you most, #MCM. And there they are.
Yeah, even Peter is saying Statlander is married, so I guess she's married to that dude. Otherwise, she's just like, hey, look who I'm cheating on you with. Thank you, Andre. Yes, Impact, Caleb with a K.
Yeah.
Don't ever trust dirt sheets.
The man behind Tennille Dashwood. Yes, that's him.
Yeah. See, hand on her titty and everything. Well, almost. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that guy.
So yeah, I'm not. They just didn't bring me in with the story, and then we got to the match, and I was like, okay, this again. Like
That's
whenever.
actually what they said on BR. This probably went on a bit longer than it needed, but it was a fun, if inconsequential, match.
I feel like I should work for Bleacher Report. I don't know.
And then it
I've
says-
agreed with them twice.
And then it says, where both men go from here remains to be seen, but Cassidy figures to remain a centerpiece of AEW's youth movement.
Right. While the blade waits for the butcher.
Pretty much.
About it. It was an okay match. I mean,
Yeah, it was kind of bad for me. Like I didn't really give a shit. It was relatively entertaining.
I was not as invested as I could have been.
Yeah, it was like a meh moment. And for Dynamite, that's bad.
Yeah.
Because there's usually not a whole lot of meh moments when
yeah.
I'm watching Dynamite. So yeah, it was kind of bad.
Yeah. Brucey, your thoughts?
No, I thought it was
we
good.
were friends.
No, I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match itself, but the meaning behind the match, I really didn't give a shit because I enjoyed the match.
Oh, Andre, you're joining us a little late. I don't know if we can get Grandma to go over CM Punk again, but we did cover that. See what I mean? She gets very inner feels about CM Punk, but we did go over that earlier in the show where I said,
I don't get in my feels. I get in one feel: rage.
That's a feel.
Yeah, the one feel.
We definitely went over it a little earlier, and it would be great to see Daniel Bryan. CM Punk, just for the spite of it, would be kind of fun.
No, it wouldn't.
But if you get a chance, go back and check that out because we did cover it pretty thoroughly in the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On that note, the main event. God, don't lick my nose.
The main event.
Main event time, you guys. Texas Death Match for the IWGP United States title. Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer.
Do we happen to jump the point where like Hangman and Kenny and the Dark Order and all that huge segment?
We glossed over that. Let's circle back to that then.
Because that was actually quite good.
That was a great, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed like another showdown between Hangman and Kenny, and then here come the Elite, here come the Dark Order, especially when the Dark Order took over and you got like Silver and Reynolds doing their chain wrestling, and then Hangman comes over the top with the buckshot lariat. I was like, oh shit. This is how you do it. This is how you do a promo segment right here.
So
that whole thing, I love it. I love Paige with the Dark Order. Even if he's not officially with them or anything, I appreciate the dynamic that exists.
Definitely. You know what else I appreciate? I'm sorry, Brucey. Just hold that thought for 1 second. You know what else I appreciate? What Andre just said. I would like to collaborate with y'all at a wrestling show. Anytime somebody says that, I'm flattered. So thank you, Andre. We will try to work that out. We got a few guys that want to do some stuff with us, so we will definitely try to work that out with you too. Now, sorry, Brucey. Take the pen out the thought.
So, the Dark Order versus the Elite is an elimination match. Yeah. So here's what I see. I don't see Hangman getting the 1, 2, 3.
Really?
They're gonna give it to Silver so he can get his pushback.
Yes.
Silver is gonna win the match for Hangman.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I would
like that. I'd like that a lot.
It'll be Silver or 10 that gets the win.
I want it to be Silver because Johnny Hungry.
Yeah. Johnny Hungry.
Johnny fucking Hungry, yo. I would like that. Even if it ended up being like, Hangman on his own with a couple members of the Elite, I would like to see him just take them out, get the win, keep his title shot, get a tag title shot for his crew, and roll on. Either way, I'd be satisfied as long as he doesn't lose.
Yes.
As long as he doesn't fucking lose. Yeah, so but that was definitely a good segment. It was actually kind of a great segment between the showdown, the back and forth promos, and then like I said, the chaos that ensued where the Dark Order hits the ring and Silver and Reynolds going off, Hangman jumps in, like everything was just on point.
Do I think post Slammiversary results, with Kenny retaining and all that, do you think going up against Paige, Kenny will retain or finally lose the title?
Oh, that's a good question.
And do you think if he loses, will that be the beginning of the downfall of Kenny Omega?
See, I thought this was going to happen already. Like, I thought Sammy was going to be the beginning of the end. And now the next real opportunity for the beginning of the end would be Triple Mania and Kenny defending the Mega Championship against Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he wins, now you're looking at potentially Hangman it all out,
Mm-hmm.
and things could go spiraling down from there.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going to skip that and we're going to say, because if Hangman keeps his title shot, I do hope he wins, and I do believe one of these will be the downfall for the cleaner, because eventually you're going to have to drop some of these titles. I mean, Kenny's schedule is pretty tight. Things are opening back up. It's only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
There have been reports of him dealing with injuries and that sort of thing. So eventually he's going to need to drop these titles.
Yeah.
And it would be, for Hangman, it would be perfect. The only other thing I see, and I think Andre brought it up, would be if he's going to continue to come to Impact, we get this Bullet Club versus Elite matchup, and we get Jay White taking on Kenny Omega. I don't know if it would be for the AEW title, but that's a way to get rid of the Impact titles for sure.
That's who's gonna win the Impact titles. And then the Impact titles now go to Japan when they just spent the last few months
in AEW.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you recall, before Kenny kind of started to wind down New Japan, come to the States, eventually create AEW, he was IWGP US champion, and he lost to the Switchblade.
Yes.
And then he left Bullet Club, and guess who took it over?
Jay White.
Switchblade.
Yep.
So, I know we had that weird ending at Slammiversary where Jay White came out and everybody's throwing up the 2 sweets and then just like, cut, done. And you're like, wait, what's going to happen?
I was like, but why?
That was an ugly moment, by the way, for Slammiversary.
Yeah, no. What I did appreciate, though, was the suspense.
Yeah. I also appreciated that some fan caught it and we ended up getting it all over Facebook and Twitter and everything else. It's like, oh, this is what happened. Okay. So FinJuice came out and Jay White hit somebody with the Blade Runner and he dipped. Okay. Good to know. All right. I think we might be getting Chris Bay as a member of the Bullet Club.
He is one Hundo P.
Hundo P, son.
Saw the picture with the BC shirt.
Right.
And with Jay White on the ramp.
Throw it up, Chris Bay.
That was a great addition to the Bullet Club.
Yeah, that was an ugly moment. And yeah, you're right, Andre. They tried to hook the tidbit. But as far as the AEW title, I could see Hangman taking it. I could see probably going to end up being Jay in maybe October, I think, is Impact's next big pay-per-view, taking those titles. And like Brucey said, kind of going back and forth, Japan, Impact, that sort of thing. But I would definitely like to see Hangman Page take the title from Kenny. If he doesn't, then he's just got to go back to the Hangman prior, where I lost to Jericho. What do I do now? I drink.
Yeah.
I drink.
I don't know. It might be something different. It might be one of those like eye opener moments for him.
Oh, I apologize. You're right, Andre. He hit. Sorry, Brucey. He hit Machine Gun with the Blade Runner, and then he dipped. My bad.
Cool. It does kind of leave me wondering, like, if he does lose, like, what then? Like, is he?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it more sad drinking page? Or
that's what I mean. Like, I'm done now. I guess I'll go drink.
Or something else, like.
Or do we get a motivated Page because maybe it goes to a 60-minute draw?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be okay. That would be okay.
Pinned or nothing like that. But like,
I'm just saying, like, we have a
draw.
Yeah.
We technically we have a motivated Hangman now. We have the guy that we have back from the beginning of AEW when he was going after Jericho, winning battle royals, and trotting down to a ring on a horse, and then that didn't work, and then his horse died, and then he drank.
Hunter Horse Helmsley.
Right? Poor real Triple H. And that horse still had a smaller nose. Isn't that ironic? I know that's coming from me, and I've got the same beak, but still, it's still funny. But yeah, I would absolutely love to see Hangman get over that hump and win that title, like I thought he was going to do at the beginning of AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he's not like a homegrown guy, but at the same time, he is a day one AEW guy.
Yeah.
So and he's not an EVP. So you put the title on him, and then some of these fans can no longer complain.
Can we?
Yeah, okay.
In theory.
You want to circle back? What are we circling back to, Brucey?
We're circling back to what we were getting ready to talk about, which was the Fyter Fest main event.
Yes.
Now that we've gone down this rabbit hole, sorry guys. Sorry, that's the ADHD.
No, that's what we do. We derail, we get in, we get out. We, at least Andre's enjoying it, and that's what's important.
That's fair.
Thank you, Andre.
All right. Lance Archer, John Moxley, Texas Deathmatch for the IWGP US title. What the
fucking insane. This Texas Deathmatch was better than the one in Japan.
Yes.
It really was.
My face melted. It was amazing.
Like they were both bleeding. There was just anarchy and chaos all over the place.
It was,
and if we go back to like Archer versus Miro, when not only did he lose the shot at the TNT title, he lost pretty badly.
Yeah.
We and a lot of people, a lot of podcasters, a lot of guys that we know were saying like, "What the hell do they do with Lance Archer now?"
Mm-hmm.
This,
you bring him to Texas, you put him in the main event in a Texas death match.
Yep.
And you give him that title.
Hell yeah, you do.
And you know what? I know it might not make up for everything, but it makes up for a lot.
Yes, 100%.
A lot.
Oh, Brucey, you got a thought?
So Mox just dropped the NJPW United States title.
Yes.
Right.
What if?
Hear
me out.
I'm hearing you.
We get Moxley the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Oh. Ooh. I kind of like that.
He likes.
I don't know if they do it. I think Andre likes it because he says Mox is his boy. But yeah, I kind of like that.
I like it a lot.
And I absolutely. Oh, go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say if it does happen, because a lot of my fantasies never happen in wrestling because they're too fucking good.
Okay. That's a reason.
Not all of them, most of them. That would just truly show that forbidden door, Wendy, that you love so much, is absolutely kicked off the fucking hinges.
Yes.
Like they put the door back on the hinge and kicked it off. They put the wall back up. They put the door back up, and then they kicked it off.
The only reason they put it back up, just to kick it right the fuck down.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wish there was a Hardy's nearby.
Oh, you're talking about how he got a match with Haku's son. His name's Hikuleu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's a big dude.
Yeah.
Like Archer is 6'8".
Good,
He is, but like think about Archer is 6'8". Dude was taller.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a big, talented.
That is a big man.
I am looking forward to that match too.
Can we also note that he is a Bullet Club member, and he is in AEW where Kenny Omega is?
Mm-hmm. So if Jay White should so happen to show up, he's got a little backup. And then maybe we could get a little bit more because he happens to be the son of Haku, and I know a couple other sons that are also in the Bullet Club.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, all of a sudden things are starting to even out, and we even had Phantasmo show up in Impact and have X Division matches. Another Bullet Club member. So maybe we're heading for a showdown, as Andre had talked about, between the Bullet Club and the Elite. And not only that, but crossing it over between like Impact, Japan, and AEW. by bringing all these forces together. I would also love to see Mox versus Naito. That would be an insane.
Oh shit, yeah, that would be amazing.
How fucking amazing would it be if we actually got to see? Remember when WCW did that whole Japan show where WCW went over to Japan and they had that mega pay-per-view?
You're not talking about the Korea, the Vietnam show.
No. They did it with NJPW. They did it with New Japan.
No, I know. I do vaguely remember that one, and it would be cool to have like either way. Either AEW goes to Japan or
we get an Impact AEW New Japan show.
Oh, you're talking about bringing all three together.
All three brands together.
Yeah, having like a super show,
a mega show,
a super show in the Tokyo Dome.
A 2 day. Yes.
I would love nothing more than to see that. The matchups, just all the matchups running through my head right now. Like my head's gonna fucking explode, and you're never gonna be able to do this show again. But hope you enjoyed it, guys. That's a good question. What is your favorite Bullet Club faction? Man.
It had to be Devitt or AJ.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm more of an OG Bullet Club guy with like Prince Devitt and all that. Like that was my time. I'm not much like I like the Elite when they're the Elite and they're in AEW. I didn't really care for them in New Japan.
Not really.
It's cool in America. In Japan, it's like okay, we get it. I'm kind of a fan of the Pimps Club, but that's just because he's got some nice looking women. You know.
I am such a fan of the Prince Devitt incarnation of it that occasionally, randomly, I'll just scream out, "Fuck you, Captain
New Japan!" Yes, I will do the same because we share a brain. But
yes.
I mean, there are some good Bullet Club factions, but the OG one, Prince Devitt and the original, the original cast, like that was definitely my favorite. And there have been some offshoots that I liked. I even kind of I can't remember. Oh, what do they call them? Because it showed up on a New Japan US show, and then it just kind of died out. But it was like Haku and the Gorillas of Destiny and Bad Luck. And I can't remember what they called them right now because I wasn't prepared for this. But they kind of came together at the same New Japan US show, and I don't remember. Firing Squad. Yeah. That was the name of it. I thought that had a lot of potential, and then it just kind of.
Well, it went away because the Bucks and Cody and Hangman and Kenny all left.
All went away too. Yeah, that was the big because it kind of popped up right before they all split off and eventually created AEW. But I thought the Firing Squad had a lot of potential to it, especially with Haku rolling it like as it in front as like the kind of taking lead over the whole thing. Like that's a fucking legend.
So this is the most we've talked about Bullet Club since Kenny, Cody, and the Bucks were all part of the Bullet Club.
Yes.
Probably yes.
So it's funny, like they all leave and like because they brought the Bullet Club mainstream. The Bucks and Kenny took the Bullet Club mainstream and really got it over here in America. Like people knew about it, but you had to be a hardcore wrestling fan to know about Prince Devitt and the Bullet Club when they first came out.
Right.
Because they weren't everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they leave and they kind of lost a little bit of fizzle for a while. Like I don't know. They weren't the same. The Bullet Club just wasn't the same. And now they've kind of got this whole revived vibe going for them now because they're back in America.
Yeah,
I was kind of falling off the Bullet Club in general until I think post-pandemic Evil had swerved Los Ingobernables, won the world title, and then joined the Bullet Club. Like that moment was huge for me, and I got back into them, and I've kind of just been riding ever since. But yeah, they had definitely fallen off there for a while after, the EVPs moved on and, the Good Brothers left and, all that stuff.
Yeah, like there's definitely a Bullet Club revival. They ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Since and I think this is a good question, and since I see the Usos on my television screen and I'm seeing it at the same time, I'm going to put it up. Who is the best tag team in all of wrestling?
You can't do that to me.
I know that's a tough question.
I rebuke this question.
Don't be a pussy.
Andre, you can't ask me that on spot because there are so many
good ones.
We're gonna be here for like 8 hours.
Yeah, and we don't have 8 hours.
No.
There are so many good ones that are popping in my mind right now. Like I got like the Usos because I saw them on TV. I mean, you can say the Young Bucks and you're not wrong. You could say the Lucha Bros. You might not be wrong. They might not have the biggest spot in AEW right now, but they're still a very good tag team. But then you've got
Arn and Tully.
I don't think he was saying all time. I think he just, in all of wrestling, as in like right now. I don't know. All time, we'll be here all night.
Then you have the Iconics.
Iconic. We all fucking did it. I wasn't even looking at it. When I looked back, I saw you guys.
Currently?
It's so tough. It's like, personally, I right now, my favorite tag team is getting dogged on NXT, and that's Grizzled Young Veterans, man. I love those fucking guys.
It's FTR.
I love them. FTR is very good.
FTR, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down. No, hands fucking down. It's FTR.
It might be.
Come at me.
It's tough. It's fucking
Get in the car. We're coming for him.
Let's go.
No, that was a total joke answer, Andre. So don't worry about that. But yeah, FTR is definitely up there. Like, ooh. I'm racking my brain because there's so many good ones. I even want to say Gorillas of Destiny because I fucking love them and they're amazing. If we can see GOD, nothing against LAX or PNP or whatever 3 letters you want to put on them, but if we could see GOD versus FTR, I might lose my mind. Like LMM, lose my mind.
Yeah.
There are so many, Andre. We're gonna have to literally sit there and put some thought into this. This may become like a top rope special, best tag team. We'll put a bunch out. We'll put it to fans. We'll do the whole 9.
Can we go head to head with WWE's? Oh no, because they only do their tag teams. We're definitely gonna destroy them.
Distracted by something Peter posted in group. What kitchen tool would you use in a death match? And there's options. There's a fork, a whisk, a rolling pin. What are those pinchy thingies? Tongs. Spatula, cheese grater, a soup ladle, or the Nick Gage classic pizza cutter.
I don't call myself the South Philly Psycho for nothing, so I'm going with cheese grater because that was the weapon used in ECW throughout its history. Like, you wanted to bust somebody open real quick, grab the cheese grater. Just
no, you can do some damage with that, and you have 4 different options on that grater too, because it's the box one, so you have 4 different things you could use.
It's a total weapon of destruction. Just pick how badly you want to. Do you want to maim? Do you want to murder? Do you want to just get some red? It's all there in one tool.
I'm gonna pay tribute to Abdullah the Butcher and go with a fork. It's small, it's handy, it's right in there,
I'm gonna go with the shish kebab skewers. I don't care if they're not
an option.
I don't give a shit.
Are
we talking the wooden ones that you can get in a pack?
Yeah, no,
the ones that
you see Pagano with a bunch of them.
They're
bam, they hammer it in there.
You know how when you stick spaghetti into a pot and you just kind of let it go and it goes. That's what it looks like after it's stuck in their head. Yeah,
I love it. The tongs.
PETA might be more hardcore than all of us. Tongs to the nipples, man. God damn.
I have seen in real life, not even wrestling related, tongs to the balls.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw.
He had it coming though. He had it coming. I mean, you
I'm
tell
not
him
all right.
to dance on it. He doesn't listen. You gotta do something.
I had hernia surgery. Okay, one of my balls was already broken. You're trying to break them with all this pain. What's wrong with you?
Oh shit! Love it.
Oh God! So many questions coming up in the chat. Oh my God. Can we talk about how
Why all these
Impact and
questions
Kira
wait till the end of
Hogan?
the show?
Huh?
So why do all the good questions come in at the end of the show?
I know, right? Kira Hogan leaving Impact Wrestling. Yes, she announced that earlier, and
I didn't realize that.
she's officially done. She's gonna try to go someplace else. Where could you see Kira Hogan landing? That isn't Impact?
NWA. She was already there for a little bit.
That was Tasha Steelz, but I do like the idea. Tasha was in NWA. Kira's been in Impact like for a minute.
Yeah.
But I can see her at NWA. I know MLW is starting a women's division, and they're working with Shimmer and that sort of thing. And
Ooh, that would be a good spot for her.
I think Kira would be a good fit for a division building its way up, because she's a name, she's known, she's definitely got some work in the ring, so that would work. I want to say NXT, but then look at where she'd end up, and that division is already packed.
Yeah.
And her girlfriend is in AEW, so there's that.
Why does she have to go where her girlfriend is?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Wendy. I saw you were putting the lip gloss on.
Andre had said.
I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Andre had said, so I'm just bringing it to I'm saying it's an
If
option.
the
I'm not
girl
saying
said
she
it,
has to.
I was just helping Wendy. That's all I was doing.
Thank you. Right here, my guy. Right here.
Yeah, it's been rumored.
Oh, goddamn.
NXT. I really think anywhere she ends up, somebody's going to be glad to have her. Let's put it that way, because she's grown a lot since she came to Impact. Like in the ring, she's on the mic. She's grown a lot, and she's even grown on social media, going after Sasha Banks here and there, which is definitely interesting. I saw Tony on SmackDown. That was pretty cool.
Speaking of SmackDown, what I was laughing at just now was Rey Mysterio's flying crotch move thing. What was that?
Yeah.
Flying crotch move thing.
He did like a seated senton.
Like a spider monkey, but it was like all like, here's their face, and he's just like,
and then he just teabagged him. It was a flying teabag, no lie.
He caught one of the Juicy Usies.
Go back and watch. Juicy Usi caught a flying teabag. I thought I was bad when I was on the Money in the Bank recap with Devin and Hafiz, and they had mentioned something about Vince and Peacock, and I was like, oh yeah, Vince's cock wasn't working that night. What a shock. Vince's cock doesn't work.
Wow.
And now we're talking about flying teabags on this show. So
Teabags. What? Lord. Anyways.
Anywho, yeah, I think wherever she goes, she's gonna do well, and they're gonna be happy to have her. Like anywhere she ends up, like you could literally plug her in anywhere, and you say, yeah, that's a good fit. Like it's a good fit in AEW, even if her girlfriend is there. It's a good fit for MLW because they're trying to build something. It would be a good fit for NXT, even if their division is loaded, because they could go. They'd have a few options with her. It's a good fit for NWA because who knows what's going to happen with Thunder Rosa, how many times, whether or not we'll see Sarita Deeb there again. They've lost a few pieces, so if they wanted to bring her in and do something, that would be cool.
Yeah,
I like how I saved that whole moment of cocks and teabags with that. Wasn't that beautiful?
Honestly, though, wherever she goes, she will definitely make a mark, leave her mark, and just do great things.
Yeah. And since we've already skipped through the rundown, and this is kind of like the final thoughts segment, let me just get this in. I apologize, guys. When I saw the Court Bauer tweet, I thought they were going to put Battle Riot on live on beIN Sports at 10. It turns out they're not doing it until tomorrow at 10. So forgive me for getting you too gassed up about that. I was too gassed up myself. Like I was just happy that it had been 3 months waiting for MLW to come back. They were going to be in what is technically my old arena. It's just a whole lot nicer, and they were going to finish out their live draft. All that, and then it turns out, lo and behold, yeah, we're gonna record it and we're gonna play it 2 weeks later. So we'll be on tomorrow, either on YouTube or beIN Sports, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Okay.
So, like Peter said earlier in the chat, it's gonna be like 3 a.m. for him. So it'll be on YouTube. You may want to do that on demand, my friend. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If you already waited 2 weeks, you can probably wait another few hours.
Just wait a little longer. It'll be fine.
But I'm excited. I've heard some spoilers. I don't know how many I want to give out, but apparently there's a new LAX faction, and that's kind of dope. It's Danny Limelight, who you've been seeing on AEW with Dark, rolling with my man from the Bronx and from NWA, most recently Slice Boogie, and Conan.
Okay, cool.
I know Selena killed him, but he's back.
He's back.
Because now Selena is gone. So when she's gone, Conan gets resurrected. That's how it works in wrestling.
Is she going to NXT or something?
She might be going to NXT. Actually, she hasn't. There hasn't been but she's done with MLW officially, and she might. The rumors have been NXT.
Okay.
Well, we did talk about NWA a little bit too, Peter. We were talking about how, Mickey had invited Deanna and she accepted for a match at Empower.
Yes.
And this, they haven't said the opponent yet, as far as I know. But is this the match that Mickey kind of goes back and says, maybe I do need to fight at my show? Because she did already, kick Deanna's head off.
She did, and them boots.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't everybody answer at once.
Right. Yeah. A little bit. No, yes, she did. Those boots were made for walking, and that's exactly what Mickey did.
Damn, she looked good in them boots too.
Yeah, she did.
Sorry, hold up. Where's my bass?
Looking in my head, and I'm just like, damn, she looked good.
She really did. She really did.
I'm sorry. What were we talking about? I couldn't stop thinking.
I don't remember. But I know we've talked a lot, and I think it's about that time that maybe we call it a night. We turn to Brucey.
Yes.
We thank everybody for showing up. We will be back to you soon. But for now, if you haven't already, Brucey's going to tell you where you can follow us.
So if you're not watching us and watching the ticker on the bottom, I will tell you where to find us. You can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. That is a publicly traded group. You can come in, invite yourself, and we will accept you. And then you can also find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk Facebook page. So we've got a page and we've got a group where our page
entertainment website is what it is.
Our page is exclusively show related. Is the idea behind this, and we're going to keep pushing it. And you can also find us on the Twitter machine, on the little blue bird or white bird with the blue square, however you want to call it. Find us there at Top Rope WT. I actually got on and tweeted today and last week. So stuff's it's getting weird. Shit's getting weird.
And it's just I replied to us, and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. I always love to retweet our tweets because it's a cheap like retweet. It's a retweet.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we're not the only ones, but we might as well.
Our audience,
You can also find us on Instagram at top_rope_wrestling_talk. God damn it, I'm good.
Except for when it comes to naming Instagram pages.
I didn't say that shit. You did.
At TRWT. That was all you.
Wendy, you want to let the world know where... Oh, real quick. Sorry, Wendy. Next week,
Next week.
we start our new monthly segment that we.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What we are going to do, each one of us, Dom, Wendy, and myself, will pick a show. It could be a Monday Night Raw, a SmackDown, an ECW, a Smoky Mountain. It could
Yeah,
be
a
anything.
pay-per-view, an episode, whatever.
We will each put an episode in a hat. We'll pull it out, and our homework for that month is to watch that episode, take notes, and we will discuss it the last show of the month.
Yes, we will discuss, review, grade, whatever.
Yeah, just something new. We wanted to try something out. So this is what we're going to
thank you,
try
Andre.
out.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Thank you, Andre. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Come to the Top Rope Facebook group too if you're not there, because that's where you'll catch us a lot during the week.
Yes.
And we talk a lot of wrestling there too. So now that that's out of the way, Wendy, please let everybody know where they can find the audio podcast.
You can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. From there, you can find us wherever podcasts are distributed. So you can find us on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. If you listen to podcasts on iHeartRadio, you have to search us out, Top Rope Wrestling Talk, but you'll find us. We're there too. We are everywhere. Mm-hmm. And as was said in the morning, you can find us on the. Did I say the morning?
Yeah.
Yes.
As was said in the beginning. Sorry. As was said earlier, you can find us on the YouTubes. This is Top Rope Wrestling Talk, a Fox Den Joan. Sorry, Mom, I'm from Philly.
The South Philly Psycho. That's where that came from.
Yeah.
You ain't seen Creed? Everything in Philly is a John. So
you're a John. That dog's a John. This dog's a John. This pen's a John. He's a John. I'm a John. You're a John. We're all John.
I'm smoking this John.
I thought it said
we all Johns.
I'm only part Latino. I can't get away with that.
I thought it was a Fox Den Juan. I was like, who's Juan and why is he in our friggin'
John, man?
John. How do you not know Juan? It's Juan.
If Wendy was doing it, maybe, but not me. I'm only adopted Latino. I can't get away with that. I can't get away with that. But
tonight's been like the puppy episode. We've had Leia, we've had your little one,
Mika.
We've got all kinds of dogs coming through.
I don't know if we got DJ in by the time I went live, but he was here.
No, we didn't. He
was here. He said hello to everybody. He was being cute.
Happy.
It was cool. But and also we do have a few other things that we need to add in now, just random things. This podcast has now joined up with a lot of other podcasters in the League of Extraordinary Podcasts. And I'm quite proud to say that. You can, guys like us, Clark Street, Circle of Debate, Straight Talk Wrestling, a lot of great podcasts. Jofo in the Ring, who was here earlier in our live chat. That's awesome. You can also find our audio podcast now on the WrestlingIndex.com.
Yes.
Which is very cool. There's like thousands upon thousands of podcasts in our little podcast that could. So just search for Top Rope there. You can find us, listen to us there. And our merch has taken a huge upgrade. There are so many things you can get. There are currently 3 logos, and we're working on more. But you can get these things in shirts, mugs, beach towels, notebooks, stickers, magnets, everything. We even have a pair of Top Rope slip-on shoes now for men and women. We have leggings. We have all kinds of crap. Shower curtains. We also have a brand new logo that has never been released to the public, but is now available, and it is the 3 of us.
You got me all friggin' excited.
Look at us. Look at our faces.
It is the TRWT3.
Our faces.
You can get us on shirts. There are multiple colors. You can get us on mugs. You can get us on stickers. You can get us on buttons.
Oh, I'm gonna need stickers.
You can rep the 3 of us wherever you go. Wherever. All you have to do is go to trwtmerch.threadless.com. And you will see all 3 of our logos, including the one that we have in the episode right now, right there on me at the moment. And we also have our Elite logo. We have the TRWT3, and we have multiple options. And for the rest of the weekend, you get 10% off.
Yes.
Just because I said so, because I'm a psycho. Okay.
Hey, I just realized I'm on a t-shirt.
Mhm.
We're on.
We all are now.
We're on a fucking t-shirt.
We're on a t-shirt.
We all are now.
It's on a t-shirt.
It's on a lot of stuff, bro. You gotta go to that website. It's on a coffee mug. It's on a t-shirt. It's on
Look, Mom, we made it.
magnets, stickers, and more. But you gotta go to trwtmerch.threadless.com and see everything that is there to offer on sale this weekend. Great prices, international shipping, the whole nine. All the concerns that everybody was bringing up, they're all handled. We're going to have new logos coming soon. We have a good friend working on some things for us. Once that happens, I will start pumping them out. You will start seeing them. They're going to be awesome. Just wait.
This logo will be replaced with a brand spanking new logo that we are going to be using.
Yes.
I am so stoked.
We will have so many new things. There's some, TRWT is getting bigger, and so everything's improving and upgrading, and merch is definitely one of them. So I'm very excited for the future. I'm very excited to have Brucey back with his new laptop. I'm not going to say what color it is on the recording.
Fucking pink. I don't care.
It's pink, and we don't give a fuck because it works.
It's awesome.
So again, thank you everybody for showing up. Stay safe out there. Wear your mask if you have to.
Real
Stay
quick.
hydrated.
I'm going to challenge everyone that watches this show. Give you a little hint about the new logo. It has something to do with a style of wrestling that the three of us all particularly love.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler. Teaser.
But here's the thing. The only people that are really going to know are the ones that watch the show.
Yes. Or unless
we're very protective over it too.
We are.
We
very
really are.
Mm-hmm.
We keep these secrets tight. We're just Johnny Tight-Lipped.
More tightly than state secrets.
Just we ain't saying nothing. That's it. We're done.
Not a peep.
So now everybody stay safe out
Dom.
there. Everybody wear your mask if you have to. Get your shots if you have to. And above all, like, have fun with Battle Riot. Enjoy wrestling. If it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
And Wendy.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.
We'll catch you soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I'm better than you.
I don't know if